Hey, welcome back to TMX Brick Notes. My name is Martin. Thank you very much for stopping by today. I have a special mock that I want to show off. I built a road all out of Lego. It's going in my Lego sit-in. You may have seen it in my city updates, but now I'm going to show you the detail, how I built this road that not only has a median with grass running down the middle, which I could add trees to and whatever else, but it also has a turn lane. So in the United States, a left turn lane can be very handy. For more videos like this, check the description or just check my YouTube channel. One of the things that I really wanted to say about this creation is that it is a higher cost. I don't have a parts list. Once I do, check the description. I'll try and put that down there. But compared to the regular base road plates that Lego provides, it's probably like 3 or 4 times the cost. So something to keep in mind if you are going to try and replicate this. But enjoy. Again, if you want more videos, I'm going to be making more mocks like this for intersections and other city updates, so stay tuned. What this allows me to do is customize my roads. Obviously in this video, the biggest thing you'll notice is the median that runs through the middle of this road. It separates the 2 lanes, this lane going this way. Also it has a left turn lane. Some cool features right there. I added in some dots right there to show that you can cross over into that turn lane. This road right here from side to side is 48 studs wide, and from one end to the other this section is a 96, which is the equivalent of 3 regular road plates or 2 large gray base plates. I'll show you these right here. As you put that on there, you can see side to side, it's the exact same size. One of the unique things about this brick-built road is that all the bricks are actually on their side. Now it doesn't really look that way when you look at the median and you see the studs on top. Because of some of the features I was using, if I tear some of this apart, you can see how this sidewalk is put on there with bricks on their side and with studs in those bricks. So you're looking at all these different colors, and it doesn't really matter what colors are used underneath here. It really only matters what you see when the road is complete. So when you look at it from this angle, I love the dark bluish gray color for the main road. I've got the white lines to separate the 2 lanes going the same direction. Yellow line meaning you're not supposed to cross into the other lane. Of course, I've got the curbs, which are 2 plates high. It's got a plate with a tile on top. I added in a feature of a fire hydrant. Again, these can be put anywhere. It's just a jumper instead of a regular tile right there. And then one of my favorite features. So we're taking a closer look at the drain, and I'll pop off part of the sidewalk here. You can see what that's made out of. A few 3x3 plates underneath the tile, and most of the plates that I chose under the sidewalk are 6x6. Every once in a while I had to add in a 1x6 here, but you can also see that the 6x6 is offset so that the tiles are holding the 2 together. This is another 6x6 underneath there. These are 1x2 bricks on their side, and then the drain itself is actually just black plates there on their side. A 1x2 modified piece. A few tiles here. That's a 2x2 plate with a 1x2 tile. This is a 2x3 plate with a 2x2 tile on top. And then you can see underneath, these are 1x4 bricks with 4 studs on their side. These blue pieces are 1x4 plates. This red piece is a 1x4 brick. And then on the end, I'm using tile. And this is gonna allow me to go flush to another set of Lego, like a building or something that I put in the side. It's just gonna go flush. They're not actually gonna connect underneath the surface. Alright, so this is going to be fun. I'm actually going to take off this median piece, and I kind of pulled it up ahead of time so that you can see a little bit about how I put it together. You can see the plates. Again, I'm using a lot of 6x6 plates. And then on the end, I went with a rounded section at the end of the median. I thought that looked better than squaring it off. Again, underneath, the colors do not matter. So I went to the pick-a-brick wall and found a lot of blue 1x4 plates. Yellow's usually a cheaper color, so that's what I go toward. This is 1x4 bricks. And then this black piece right here, again, a whole bunch of these 1x4 bricks with 4 studs on their side. On the end here, I just wanted a little more support, but I couldn't go all the way to the edge. So I put, those are actually 1x2x2 light bluish gray bricks. I needed to go with light bluish gray on the end because you can actually see the underneath section because of that curve. And then I didn't, again, this is a neat thing, I didn't actually fill in all these places here. I didn't need to. This median section in the middle is pretty neat. There's a lot of green plates that tie it together. But going across the middle, hope I can put this back together just right, we see some really varying way to put pieces together. It took me quite a long time to kind of figure this out, but once I got it, you can see there's somewhat of a pattern going on there. I will show you as I'm putting this back together, really the key is that these angled pieces need to tie into something. So here we have it tying into 2, and again we're also going to have it tied in on the top. So these angled pieces are tied in underneath by the bricks on their side and the plates on the top that are going to hold it together. Here we have an angled piece. Well, what do we want to put back first? My goodness. Actually, this goes over on that side, doesn't it? So we have this 4x6 plate, and it's tied in right here, and it's tied in over there. That's going to make for a stronger connection, and then when again you add the plates in on top, it's even better. This angled piece is only held in by 1 brick underneath, but there's 2 studs in that brick and more plates on top. So pretty much you get the gist. You gotta hold it in so everything's not moving around, but it doesn't have to be ironclad so it never comes apart. Remember, this is just going to be a road section that sits in your city and it's not moving around all the time. When you do go to move it, you need to be very gentle, but otherwise it's going to be just fine. Here's a quick look at the fire hydrant that I designed. It's a headlight brick with 3 1x1 round plates connected, or studs, whatever you want to call them. And you could probably mix up these colors if you want to. I decided to go with the classic red. Alright, now that I've taken the fire hydrant off, it gives us a chance to flip the whole thing over, and you can see just how fragile it can be. If you try to pick it up by one side, the way the bricks are made, there's a bend. And we've seen some of our master builders bending bricks. You don't want that to happen, so you got to be careful. It's probably best to pick it up from one end. There's a lot less bend, but you got to have 2 hands on it or else it's going to come apart. There we go. Well, this looks a bit different, doesn't it? We've got a very colorful road. We're looking from underneath. And again, color doesn't matter because this is the sub-level, which you should never really see once the Lego city is complete. Now this section running through the middle is all the sub-level under the median. And on the outsides you can see a lot of dark red. It's just a bunch of 1x2 dark red bricks that I chose. These again could have been any color. Pick a brick is why I used them, but I really now could swap these out with yellow or red or green, whatever, if I wanted to use these dark red pieces somewhere else. One thing you might notice is on the top we have red, on the bottom we have yellow. Why is that? Well, on the top it's just tile, on the bottom it's bricks. Now I'll show you a small example of why I had to go with bricks over here and tiles over there. And one thing you can notice is that I'm building up. So if you were to set this road on its edge, this side would be the bottom, that side would be the top. Looking at these 2 pieces right here, they each have a 1x4 brick with the 4 studs attached to the side. Sorry about the shake there. And the one thing you'll notice about these studs is they're offset. So they're a little closer to the top of the brick. So if you have it on the bottom like this, and then you put a tile on there, Notice how it goes up to the top of the stud level and past the edge of the brick. Well, that's a little too far. It also doesn't go to the very bottom edge of this brick. Let's bring it in here for a closer look. There, it's focusing, so you can see on the bottom edge how it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of the brick, and on the top it goes a little too far. As we take a look at the other piece and connect a tile to it, everything's lining up just right. So now what you see here is that 5 bricks stacked tall are the equivalent of 6 studs. This, I guess you can't see it, but it's a tile. It's a 6 stud length tile. So the ratio there is 5 to 6. Now Lego bricks are not perfect. So even though the ratio is 5 to 6, as you can see here, 5 bricks on their side, that's a plate that's 6 wide underneath. There's going to be some gaps here and there. You can always pull and push those together, and once your road plates are all bunched together, you're not going to notice. It's not going to be a big deal. As we go to the other side here, on the other side, it's essentially the same story. We're using 4 bricks and then 2 plates and a tile. 3 plates stacked together equal 1 brick. I wanted a smooth surface on this edge, so I had to go with a tile. And all of this right here, this madness, is underneath the gutter. Otherwise, it's just the same thing over and over and over. So another thing you're going to notice underneath, and it's easier to see from underneath, is that right here we're 1 plate thick, and that is that edge of concrete you see between the curb and the white line. Now as you build to the other side, we've got that exact same thing right here, but as you go further down, we see a wider distance there. Now that was in order to get these bricks with the studs on the side to line up. Again, because of the difference I showed you before, right here, because of what's going on right there, they couldn't be in the exact same spot as they were on the other side. There we go. Now we all strive for perfection, and Lego's just about perfect. It's an awesome building toy, but it's not always perfect. Every once in a while you're going to get a piece with a nick or a scratch or whatever, or as you play with your pieces, they're going to get scratched up. And if these pieces don't fit tight, then this system's not going to work very well. And your your sidewalk over here, even your road can get scratched up or marked or whatever else. It's not going to look perfect, but I mean, look at this. This road right here that you're looking at is not perfect, but it looks great. I think it looks fantastic. The median road accommodates vehicles of all sizes. This brick right here is 10 long, and it fits in there just right. You see over there, it goes to the middle of the white line, so it is balanced very well. If you put this truck on there, it fits in between those lines just right. The width is very important. I could have gone wider and made it a little more realistic, but if I do that, then my roads are taking up a huge part of the city, especially if I'm building this 3rd lane in the middle. It can accommodate all of these Lego vehicles, even the semis, just fine. Along with the large vehicles, it can even accommodate crazy drivers in sports cars. So thank you very much for stopping by to check out my median road today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, a parts list is in the description. I hope you enjoyed and would love to check out any of my other videos. I'm going to be making more roads. I'm going to be making a bigger city with a whole bunch of custom buildings. So please subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll catch up with you later. See ya! Yeah, I know. To say you look cool is an understatement, but, you know, don't get too cocky with those cool shades.
See you.